some reason this thing decided that it did not want to have the sound on here like it was supposed to out of nowhere. Well, thanks, hon. I think this is working okay. I don't know why it's acting funny. Okay, I'm glad you guys can hear me. I don't know why this thing's being, it looks like it's acting funky, but if you guys can hear me, that's good. So how have you guys been? Hi, Rajan. Hi, Bay. Yeah, insane's a great way to put it. Yeah, I know I've been connecting a lot, so I figure why not do one where you guys can pick out what you're drawn to as to who your guides are, because that could be some of the reason that some of us have trouble, is that we don't really know where to start or like how to even approach it really. And I've figured a good place to start is just like, you know, doing like who are they, and whatever clicks and really resonates with you, you can kind of either just get the message from it or look into them, because I've done both. Because some I didn't know what was going on, so I had to actually look up what they were about. But then after the who, we're gonna do how you connect with them, because there might be a lot of things that we're already seeing that we don't even realize is us connecting with them. And I do want to say this before I start. Our higher self is also a guide, so if that comes out really strong for anyone, usually that means you're coming really close into alignment with that, which means a lot is going to be happening for you. So don't like sit here and go, oh, like I just got my higher self, I don't got some like huge thing or what. It's like, it's a big thing to be in alignment with that, because that means you're really like going down that, and you're really listening to your soul while you're doing things. But that sloth face, oh my gosh. But yeah, I figured that would be a very interesting one, because I know that more are coming out of the woodwork for me lately, and it's like a constant evolution and learning process. But the more I connect, the more there is constant confirmation, like literally everywhere I turn. So it's like learning how they connect with you and how they send things to you for you to understand can, for one, it can help you understand how your gifts operate, but it can also help you actually see the confirmation around you. So instead of feeling like you don't know if you're doing the right thing, it's almost like you'll notice things more and realize you're getting confirmation a lot more than you thought. So, first one we're gonna do is who are they? Who are your guides? Who are your spirit guides? You know, their characteristics. If specific names come out, then, you know, it could be if you resonate with whatever names come out. You can go and look that up. if there are characteristics and they really stick out to you, it could be your intuition's been trying to pull you in their direction and you just kind of needed some more keywords. So actually looking up keywords could help you. That's actually helped me figure stuff out. This is also a really good exercise for your own intuition and knowing what is for you and what isn't, which is usually what your guides are trying to pull you towards, is listening to yourself more. Which is why I said if it comes out in any of these piles that your higher self is a major prominent guide for you, it means you're aligned and listening to your soul path right now. So, like I said, take as it's resonating, because obviously there's going to be a lot of messages because there are a lot of guides. So, however it fits into your narrative. So, I'm going to be using the Mystical Wisdom deck, and then I'm going to be using the True Black Tarot, the Energy Oracle, Spirit Messages Oracle, as well as the Moonlight Oracle. And also, for those of you that don't know, I actually created my own deck, my first one, so I'm really excited about that, and I'm working on 2 more currently. So I'm going to be leaving those links around too for those. But I'm really excited about that because it kind of started coming out of nowhere as soon as I connected, like I said, to a new guide very recently. And now it's just been constantly getting this creative flow of just making things. And I'm really enjoying the energy. So let's go ahead and see what crystals I'm feeling for you guys for guides. First one that I'm being pulled to is this little one for, if it wants to come down into camera range, I would appreciate it. Okay, so this right here is blue calcite. You might not be able to see the blue as much because my lighting overhead has a yellow tint, and then my ring light has a LED tint, so it's kind of doing its own thing there. But this right here is blue calcite. So if you feel drawn to the blue in this, if the glare would stop glaring all over this heart, it'd be great. But this is a very shimmery blue calcite. And if any, oh, my ring, I made the ring. I actually made this. That's another endeavor I'm doing also, is on top of making decks, I'm starting to wire wrap jewelry. So that's a whole, like I said, there's been like a whole lot of stuff that started happening with me out of nowhere, and I'm partnering with Messy Awakening. Some of you might know her as Misty, and I'm going to be doing custom wire wrap jewelry with her, and this is Moldavite, with Moldavite, doing pendants, earrings, bracelets, rings, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's another random thing. But okay, my brain. Blue calcite's gonna be our first choice. I keep going back and forth between these two. So it could be there's messages for literally multiple people in both piles because it keeps going back and forth. But I'm just going to list this one as number 2. This is Labradorite. Really nice, shiny sphere. Really flash once I can get the flash want to come out over here. Okay. But nice flashy piece that has blues and pinks and all the other colors in it. Wait, this is the lab. So I don't know why, but we're just gonna let it sit there. Like I said, today is gonna be a weird day. And then we're gonna be doing the green fluorite, which was the other one that I was kind of like, I was trying to pick up both of these at the same time. So I don't know if possibly if you're pulled to both, that could literally be a thing where your guides are like, hey, yeah, we're sitting in both of these. Or if you're drawn to one more than the other, then just stick with that. But this is definitely, they're really feeling like this, I guess you can call it camaraderie, almost like they work really well together. It's a strange feeling. And then we're gonna do the Selenite Chakra Tower for the last group. They're calling to you hard. But this right here, this piece, is gonna be our final group. So I'll let you guys get a last look at these. And like I said, we have blue calcite, heart, and then we have labradorite, green fluorite, and then the selenite chakra tower. So whatever you're feeling most pulled to, and like I said, you guys need to take where it resonates, because I'm pretty sure, since I'm already feeling this and since these are already wanting to talk, there's definitely going to be a lot of guides coming through with this reading. So you guys need to be on your A game when it comes to your intuition and listening up. I'm just going to put, why not put the heart up in here for my first group. So my blue calcites, let's go ahead and get into who your guides are, and in any aspect, who are they? Whether they're angels, whether they are deities, ancestors, higher self, like I said. They could be current loved ones. There is a thing where people that you are very connected to, or people, this is a random message, so maybe it is for you guys. There are people that you can be connected to on a soul level. They don't have to be passed on, but their higher self is a guide for you as well. So it's almost like you guys intertwine, and it's like your higher selves are always in communication with each other and trying to guide each other along the right path. It usually makes an extremely deep connection, and it's not really easily explained, and there might be a lot of very easy telepathy through the two of you, or the multiples of you. That could be what soul family feels like for some of you, if you're not sure what it is. So we have Dove coming out as our first card here with Take a Leap of Faith. So this is peace. There's, like I said, there's going to be stuff coming through. There's a lot of peace here. For one, there's definitely an angel presence with this. Is one that, if it's angel, it's a very emotional connection. It's one that comes through and tries to quiet the fear a lot, especially when you're feeling very overwhelmed with what's going on in the world. This guide comes through, definitely one with wings, which is why I'm really feeling angel, but it could easily be another spirit that is like, spirit animal that shows itself to you through animals with wings. Um, or it could be a passed on loved one that shows itself through butterflies. But this is definitely a very compassionate spirit, one that's very unconditionally loving, that comes in and tries to help heal these very deep wounds. It's also one that shows up when you're trying to reconcile certain relationships in your life, whether it's with yourself and helping you heal through endings, or it's one that helps you when certain relationships are very hard. And they come in and pretty much pave a way for you to understand how to overcome it, or at least be at peace with the outcome. So that way it's almost like they help you grieve. So I'm not sure which angels, or it could be archangels, that deal with peace and grieving, but that could definitely be coming through in that one. And then we have, for some of you, literally, you have some very strong animal guides. Because we have dove and now we have dolphin. This right here, don't worry, be happy. Like I said, some of you, it's like this, the guide energy that's coming through in this group is they just want you happy. Because this person up here, it's almost like they're alone, but they're right beside, and there's doves and everything, flying birds and everything inside of these bubbles. Like I said, this group really has guides with wings. However that hits you, there is wings, animals, the fae, angels, just there's this thing of wings with this group. Especially animals, because having dove and dolphin coming out over here, you guys are really having this strong connection with both emotions and intuition. It could be that your intuition really coincides with your emotional state. And the happier you are, the more easily you connect to them. It's almost like the more you dig into this inner child self and you allow yourself to be having fun and be creative, the more you do that, the easier it is for them to connect to you. So it's almost like they try to get you there with ease, instead of you feeling for some of you, they really know that you stress over money a lot. Like a big stressor is money. Once again, we have a lot of wing symbolism. They get blocked out when you're stressed, quite literally. So it's almost like whenever you're dealing with certain situations, they might come in and try, like, little blessings out of nowhere, trying to give you something, because there is a shooting star in this. So it could be like when you're losing hope in certain areas, that's when these energies start coming in. It's when the spirit guides start like really making themselves known. They try to cradle you, they try to nurture you. It could be this is a very mothering energy. But it's one, how can I put this? Because she's cradling the world. This wolf in this picture is being cradled and looked at. It's almost like a very soothing energy, but at the same time, they're allowing you to grow, because it's not like they're grasping you. It's more like they're allowing you to sit there and go through the lessons. A lot like how she's being allowed to stand up here and watch these things go by, even though they're all watching down here and keeping their distance a little bit. It's almost like they're allowing you your space. And sometimes that can feel lonely, but It's more like they want to allow you as much freedom as possible. It could be because they know you haven't really experienced freedom. Yeah, literally, I'm saying that, and this comes out. Self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. They literally want you to learn to be okay by yourself. Once again, we have butterflies in every single picture, pretty much. But this energy, there's even a kitty down here. There's a little orange kitty. And she's wearing a bracelet that has the symbolism of Virgo. This could literally mean that there could be someone that passed on that was a Virgo that's literally coming through and saying, like, yes, like, as a confirmation, I'm always going to be around you. This could also be them trying to come through and let you know that you can heal yourself. You don't have to depend, like, because there's take a leap of faith, don't worry, be happy, don't be afraid to fly solo. It's like they're really trying to let you know that you don't need to be afraid. For some of you, you might come from a place where there was so much lack that you're always in survival mentality, and they're letting you know it's okay to do what you want. You're not going to be punished. It's almost like you standing in this energy. They're in the cape over here. There's like a little face. I don't know how well you guys can see the face, but there's a little face inside of her cape over here, just off to the side. And it's like she's standing here in this blazing glory over here with her crown and everything, and there's a little face back there that's like smiling and so happy just watching. Like I said, with this group, you might not feel like you have heavy guidance, but they're actually there giving you a lot of guidance. They just want you to be able to explore and be free with it instead of feeling like follow a line. They want you to be able to make choices. Like I said, I honestly felt like there were some angels in here, and there's Angel of Miracles coming out on the bottom. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Like I said with that shooting star, like, you guys honestly sometimes don't feel you're worthy of what comes into your life and try to shut it down. And they're trying to let you know that it's safe to want these things for yourself. They want you to want these things, but they're not going to force it. They want you to learn that you're worth it and then really go after it. So let's see. We have Knight of Swords, more air energy. Like I said, wings. You guys have so much wing air energy. Could be Hermes, to be honest with you, having Virgo energy over here, and Mercury rules Virgo. Okay, these wanted to flip out. We have the Five of Swords reversed, more air energy. We have Seven of Swords reversed. I don't know how much air energy you guys need to be getting over here. And then we have Temperance in reversed with wings. Look at these big old wings on her back. Once again, let's okay, I don't know how many times they need to send home that they have wings, but they're really going to town on this. So I don't know if you guys have been dreaming of wings. And then you have the Tower. Yeah, they're this energy is really trying, and this is probably one of the only ones that we had that didn't have wings in it. But what it does have is this little animal, little fox running around behind this guy over here, and this third eye opening energy behind. And the bottom of the deck is literally a bird diving for a fish. But this is the Three of Cups with the water and everything. I mean, the Three of Wands. Sorry, it's diving into the water, but it is the Three of Wands. So, like I said, this group definitely has guides that have wings. If you doubted it and you've been, because some of you it could be very visual, but if you've been doubting it and thinking like, okay, like I don't know why I'm seeing all these wings everywhere, every meme I look at, every music video I watch, every animal I see outside, just random videos, probably even other things you're watching. You're just seeing wings everywhere. Hey Ruby, this is pretty much like confirming for you wings. Just wings, okay? They really want to get it across that wings is like a big thing with them. Also, they're wanting to let you know, like I said, they come in when you're dealing with some heavy stuff and they're trying to help you get past it and release it. Definitely, they're letting you know that if you're feeling like you're realizing that people did some really messed up stuff to you because they see you as very gentle, very timid, as someone that, like, this why they want you to have the self-reliance. They want you to know you have this power, which is why they don't step in and try to like push you down a certain road. It's like they try to lift your spirits so that way you can trust what's happening, because this Five of Swords and Seven of Swords energy is pretty much like mentally you keep going back to things, and it's really forcing you to not trust your intuition, not trust your connection. It's making a lot of imbalance happen. For some of you, this literally could be Archangel Michael, because he's actually the Archangel of Balance. I recently learned that because he came to me and I was just like, cool, I didn't know you were the Archangel of that. But for some of you, it could be that. Because there's just so much air over here. It's like I was saying before, I'm feeling angels and air and just a whole lot of wings for you guys. And the Three of Wands that was on the bottom of this deck is all about expansion and like looking at this big broad view and waiting for things to come in. Some of you have been going through the ringer with some shit. And feeling, like I said, some of you have a really big thing worried about money. Possibly people took money from you. And things came crashing down, but it's to open your eyes, because this literally is like a eye wide open. This is a little fox down here. Like, you know, sometimes foxes can be sneaky, like the Seven of Swords energy. Foxes do go after mice, which is this little mouse that's about to get stabbed over here. So it easily could be that people took a lot of advantage of your good nature. And it's like you're getting all this symbolism through wings, because they literally are associated with wings. And they're wanting you to understand. However this fits for you, it's like whatever you've been feeling, especially if you weren't sure if they were a guide. This is pretty much like if a word's sticking out, yelling at you, look up the word, and if they're connected to wings in any way, they have wings, whatever, flight, air energy, there's just a whole lot here of that type of energy. Still, they are very, very, how can I put this? They love communicating, though you don't realize it. I feel a lot with this Temperance reversed. Have yin and yang. Like I said, for some of you, there's like this big thing where it's like at the very beginning of this reading, when I was saying there is possibly a connection between souls that are watching out for each other, this definitely is showing that there is a big balance that comes with this. For some, this is very random, but for whoever this is, if there's someone you connect to and they love drawing creatures with wings, this could easily be an indication that their higher self is one of the guides that you have, because this would be like a balancing completion of divine feminine, divine masculine. This could also literally be like the higher self energy. It is a 22. It's a master number. It's a master problem solver, master intuition, building unpredictable blessings, just a whole lot of this energy, but also going towards your purpose. And you guys have attachment, which is reversed here. Like I said, this group, your guides, really don't want you to be solely dependent on everything they say to you. It could be why they make themselves scarce, is because they want you to make your own decisions. Because this is like, they really want you to have independence. I don't know if some of you really have trouble and you struggle really heavy with making decisions, but they don't want you having an attachment to where you can't move forward. And then this is also letting go of the attachments of those that wronged you and really hurt you, because it's taking up space. And it could also be a reason why you feel really alone and like no one's really there, is because you're holding onto this space. Then we have action reversed as well. Yeah, you, and there's a little birdie in this picture too. It's almost, it's like not, you guys, I'm telling you, a big reason why they don't show themselves a whole lot is because they really want you to be able to do things on your own instead of constantly looking for them to know that it's okay. It's almost like they might have started out giving you a whole lot of signs, and then they realized you were so dependent on needing those to take any action that they started pulling back, because they want you to trust yourself. Though it can make you feel very like tumultuous over here with this Tower energy, feeling like this is being pulled away from you. It's like, am I doing something wrong? And it's like they're trying to balance out what they're giving you, because if they give you too much, you're not going to trust your own intuition. You're only going to be trusting whatever comes in over here. But what they want you to be able to do is make a decision and move forward without them constantly shoving confirmation on you, because they need you to trust your higher self. They need you to trust that information that comes from your third eye and how you're deciphering it. So, and then we have appreciation. And once again, we have this person standing here. And if you notice this attachment and appreciation, there's a 5 and then there's a 15. There's very similar energy in this. They appreciate that you trust them so much. It's like, don't get them wrong. They really appreciate it. They love you. But they're trying to teach you freedom. They're trying to teach you how to move, how to do things on your own over here. It's almost like they want you to take the reins, literally, and start doing something instead of chaining yourself to old things and looking around like, where's my sign? How do I know that I'm supposed to do something? And they're like, do you realize how many signs we've sent you? Like, we know you know, because you like sit there and acknowledge it and you talk about it, but then at the same time you don't do anything. So it's almost like they're pulling back in hopes that you start, you know, making peace with the fact, like this peace energy, making peace with the fact that you know, and that you can trust the you know, because they're feeling you're way too attached to needing constant confirmation from them. So yes, they still send you things through, you know, wings. Wings is a very big thing with them. They either have wings or they send you signs through wings. But at the same time, they've really pulled back a lot on giving you constant confirmation. They might show up to still let you know they're there, but they're not doing the yes, yes, yes thing, like trying to get you to understand like 100 times a day that like every movement is the right movement. They're like, this, if anything, is restricting you. It's not allowing you to grow. And then bottom of the deck, might as well, I mean, look at her black kitty. But woman holding a coin. So this is what I have been saying. Once again, more 6 energy, because we have 1-5 making 6 and 4-2 making 6. Women holding a coin is them trying to show you, put some worth into yourself, put some stock in your own intuition and what, like, you know, your higher self is telling you. It's almost like you don't listen to your higher self. I feel like it comes through here, but you don't listen to it as readily as you do signs. They're like, you need to learn to listen to the voice and to appreciate your intuition more instead of just depending solely on what's going on outside. You need to trust more of the voice inside. Also, like I said, once again, some of you have this big money thing, and that woman with the coin coming out is like, it's not gonna change until you lessen this attachment to either this stuff that happened, or you're feeling you're disconnected and needing constant confirmation to do everything. It's like they're letting you know that yes, there's this abundance, there's this energy of you being able to be self-sufficient, but self-sufficient literally comes in all areas of the life. It's not saying like just with money. It's like being spiritually self-sufficient. There is a such thing as that. And it's like when you're constantly needing reassurance spiritually, it's almost like you're actually not learning the lessons. You're not learning to trust. And that's actually setting your standards so low, because you feel like you cannot go forward without it. So it's almost like you're pushing back and saying like, no, I don't want this, because you're not accepting it because your bar's so low. Especially if it seems like a really good opportunity, you might not even feel worth it, and it's just like you don't take any action on it because you're not appreciating, like there's no appreciation over here for love for yourself. And my ear is ringing, and that was lovely. There's no appreciation for the self over here that is doing everything. And this can also be the physical body that's coming through here. My God, this ringing, this can literally be appreciating your physical body, because some of you are very hard on your vessel, and that's the way you do these things. You guys constantly looking for confirmation and you're ignoring your own body. It's like, how are you expecting to, like, they're not going to want to keep giving you confirmation if you're ignoring yourself to see the messages. It's like, it's counterproductive. They want you to place more value in yourself, be more grounded, and quit expecting all of these things to be poured onto you in order for you to do anything. So let's see. I keep feeling it's like they want to nurture you, but you're going through a tough love stage with them right now, because it's almost like they realize they overdid it. And it's not like they're not taking responsibility for it, but at the same time they know something needs to be done, so that way you start doing things yourself. They're just going to keep calling you guys out on this. We have self-love, and this is reversed with this yin-yang. It's like, how are you expecting there to be balance? How are you expecting healthy relationships? It's like, honestly, you're not expecting them. And that's the truth. Like, they're going to point blank say it. You're not expecting these things. What you're doing is like I said, that bar is so low. The self-love is pretty much non-existent. Like I said, some of you really aren't appreciating yourself at all in any facet. and the trust really isn't there. It's pretty much like the trust for self isn't there. Yeah, you trust the heck out of them and the signals they send, all that great stuff. But you don't trust yourself. You don't care enough to put stock in yourself. And this is making it to where you're detaching from yourself and only caring about the signs. And that's completely against what they're trying to do here. It's like I said, they're pulling back like big time right now because they don't want you to lose yourself. And and Just Ask jumps out. They don't want you to lose yourself and constantly asking for confirmation, because I feel like you guys find it very easy to constantly ask for confirmation. There's even feathers in here, in one of these hands. It's like you guys like, can you show me this? Can you show me this? Can you show me this? Like constantly. And it could even be after you make a decision and then you start second guessing it and then you ask for confirmation, and when you don't get it, you go back to what you were doing. It's like, that's not what we were doing. We're trying to make you trust yourself that you made a decision and to stick with it. Because like I said, this with the attachment and the action energy, if you guys ask what you guys ask constantly, and you don't receive confirmation, it's almost like this is showing you made a decision, especially with the Seven of Swords. You made a decision and you feel like, oh crap, I made the wrong decision. I probably cheated myself out of something. I did something wrong. It's like you start thinking that you made the wrong thing and you start taking back any action you made. And it's just this complete imbalance, this temperance reverse. Like you guys aren't creating like how you should be creating and balancing things out. You guys are just stuck in this worry mode, which they're literally saying, don't worry, be happy. Like they quite literally are saying this, up there with that dolphin card. Like you guys have grown way too dependent on asking constantly for confirmation. Then we have study coming out here with, once again, tons of butterflies everywhere. This study is really making me think of, they want you to be aware of what you're doing. It's like, once again, wings. Wings are very prominent with them. But at the same time, it's like, pay attention to how much you ask. Just pay attention to how much you're asking and how much you're actually trying to rely on your own intuition. Because there's a big difference in listening to your intuition and getting confirmation from signs. Like, obviously it takes some form of intuition to be tuned in and paying attention to the signs. But if the only thing you're using it for is literally to see the signs instead of like, making decisions yourself and going with what your soul is calling you to do, it's almost like you're veering into this path of codependency with spirit. And it's like, they're like, no, self-reliance is a good thing. Pay attention. Really, like, this study thing is like, study yourself. Study your mind, study what you're doing with it, be aware of your actions, because some of you aren't even paying attention to your actions. You got action reversed over here. You're just not even paying attention to what you're doing right now. All you're doing is like asking for more and more signs to make sure you're doing something, and when you see less and less of them, you're like, oh, this is a no. Even if your intuition is telling you, yes, you're doing the right thing, it's like, you're sitting here, but I'm not seeing anything, so it's a no. It's like you immediately jump ship. And these come out together. You have ground yourself. Like I said, that physical body's not being taken care of. And then you have dream talk. And both of these are reversed with this appreciation. Some of you are not taking care of your body. Some of you are not getting proper sleep. There is just this energy over here of like, you even go to sleep and you're asking for signs. It's like you're not even allowing yourself to sleep. If you're going outside, you're not being in the moment. You're like, show me signs. It's pretty much you being outside. It's like you're thinking everywhere you go, you're asking for these things. And it's like, hey, you got asking down, but you don't got the self-love, you don't got the grounding, and you don't got the sleep. It's like you're over here just purely trying to run off of spirit's energy over here. And if you don't take care of your body, it's going to wipe you out, and you can end up feeling very disconnected and go into a spiritual drought, which they're kind of giving you. Like, you're coming up on this right now very rapidly if you guys don't check yourselves. It's one thing if you're just noticing their signs, you know, but if you're constantly begging them for it and you're not able to take any action at all without it, it's pretty much like defeating the purpose here. The reason that this is here is for you to learn to trust yourself. Hey Anna. And then oh my god, bottom of the deck with let go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Once again, we have these hands here, like all these hands. This, please, give me. It's like they're seeing you guys as like, you appreciate. Where's the appreciation for what we sent you already? Like, where is the action being taken for what we sent you already instead of the gimme. I'm interested to see how they connect with you, to be honest. Whatever pile you pick, I'm kind of interested to see how they connect to you guys, because it seems like they're kind of frustrated right now. All of these pictures have feathers or wings or something to this effect, because there's more doves in this, there's more feathers in this. They definitely are very prominently there with wings. Now, if you have an archangel, because Archangel Michael did come up in here with balance, if you do have an archangel, they will definitely start getting into this thing where it's like, okay, they are not getting it. We need to do this a different way. You definitely, they will pull away if you're just becoming incessantly needy and not being able to act on your own. It's almost like they'll go, okay, they are not ready, obviously. They're not ready to trust themselves. They're not ready for this journey yet. It's almost like they're assessing where you are based on how you're reacting to. It's almost like a drug for you guys. It's like an addiction to needing confirmation, and that can turn into a big weakness, especially if you are not allowing space in your mind for your own voice, which is the most important here. They're not sitting here trying to make you follow them around like a puppy. They're over here wanting you to learn to trust your voice and see the power in it. And you can't trust your own voice if the only voice you're looking for is theirs. Like, I will speak your thing. It's like they don't want you to speak their truth. They want you to speak yours. Like, they know theirs. They're wanting you to understand yours and do that. Not, like, be all off in this other place, like, being a martyr for their sake. Like, they already feel how they're gonna feel about everything. Like, they want you to learn and explore things. I mean, you guys literally had the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck over here. They want you to explore. Okay, so being yelled at already. Hi, Anna. It's the first pile, hun. And then, okay, so we have Dana, the flowing one, mother goddess of the forest people and the fairy. I literally said, like, there's wings all over the dang place for this reading over here. So, some of you, yeah, it is the fae. They're definitely trying to come through, and the fae don't play. I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, that rhymed, they're gonna like that. But, they're not gonna play around. Like, especially if they've been the one going out of the way and giving you signs constantly, because they will do it through nature. If they've been doing this and you're not really appreciating the fact that they sent you so much already and you're just wanting more, they're going to be like, what the... They're just going to go and do their own thing until you get your shit straight. And then we have manifestation. Create the life you want. You guys are literally being called out. Um, like, they're wanting you to learn to ask of yourself what you're constantly asking of them. They're saying that you can create this. There's no reason for you to feel like you can't. Like I said, some of you are putting the bar so freaking low, and that's why you're constantly in this state of I'm not connected, the things I want aren't coming in, I'm short of money, I'm short of self-worth, I don't like myself at all, because literally, like, what is there to like about myself? It's like they're trying to coddle. Well, they realized that what they were doing was basically coddling you, and they're like, no, we're stopping this right now, we're nipping it, we're gonna pull back. They need to learn to be more self-sufficient. And this is you learning to trust your intuition, that inner voice of yours that you're stifling out by trying to make them yell everything at you. Pasha Mama, which Mother Cosmos coming out here too. Like I said, there is definitely some mothering energy that was coming out up here, but this is also Gaia. And having, once again, someone else coming out that literally is nature energy. You guys definitely have, and she's over here, sun and like moon balance thing going on. Like, there's a lot of balance. You guys, like, there needs to be an even give and take between you and whichever guide that you resonated, or guides that you resonated here. Like I said, you can't be like, gimme, 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 gimme the signs, and then you're not trusting yourself and taking action. They want to see that you're understanding the confirmation, then trusting yourself and going through with it. Not, they give you confirmation, then you run off somewhere because all of a sudden they stop throwing angel numbers at you or something, and you're like, oh my goodness, this means I'm doing the wrong thing. They're like, no, that's not it. We're saying that you need to learn, and they're gonna throw a tower at you and not talk to you because you need to learn. Then we have eclipse, transformation, and it's red, and the blood moon is like pretty much like a month and a couple weeks away. If you guys literally are manifesting, because you have the card here, if you guys are manifesting something, especially if it comes to money and things like that, if you guys don't start trusting yourselves and realizing that you need to get shit done, it's like, for some of you, I feel like the reason they're getting this way and they're pulling back is because you're constantly asking, but you're not doing anything in the sense of making it happen. You can't just throw something out there and wait for it mystically to return to you. It's like you got to put some effort into it. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to how, like, people do this thing. You don't know what else they do in their spare time. They could be doing a whole bunch of other stuff, but they're just telling you their process of, like, this is what I've been doing spiritually. You don't know what they're doing mundanely. You don't know what they're, like, if those years wanting to start a business or a platform, whatever it is, and you're noticing how other people talk about, like, this is what I did to manifest, like a ritual or something, and you do it and you're like, where is it for me? You don't know what mundane stuff they did on the side. Like, maybe they started a website, maybe they started, like, promoting themselves, maybe they made a friend with somebody and they, like, shared their stuff. You don't know what they did on the back if they're only talking about their spiritual journey. They're not going to be sitting here talking about that Virgo energy, like I said over here, that energy where you need to put in some effort and some work over here to ground it and make it happen. You don't manifest things just by thinking listlessly of it. You put in some effort. You clear things out that aren't working and make space for it, which takes work. You can't just sit here and look for confirmation like, oh, is it cleared away yet? Like, you can't just sit here like, freaking dream speak over here saying, oh, my dreams will clear it away. It's like, what effort are you putting in on your part? Like, what are you honestly doing? Like, sit and be honest with yourself. Like, are you working on self-love? Are you working on accepting yourself and these parts of yourself that scare the shit out of you? Are you working on listening to your intuition at all, or are you just waiting for it to land in your lap? It's like, you can't just sit and expect. And that's why this is being pulled. If you guys were seeing a lot more signs and you're seeing less and you're worried, it's literally because they're like, trust your damn self. You have a very heightened sense of intuition. You have a really great connection. So the reason they're pulling back is because they want you to trust it. They're tired of you being so dependent. It's almost like devil card energy, but it's not like a toxic relationship or something. It's literally you being codependent on the confirmation of spirit when you need to confirm things for yourself. And I'm seeing the numbers 999 over there on my screen. Then you guys, inner warrior, guys, trust that you have power. Like, seriously, some of you guys are on this kick where you are powerless and they're really trying to kick you right now and be like, you know, you need to trust yourself and kick yourself in the gear. Like, this Tower card, the way I'm looking and the way I feel about it is literally they're sending you a spiritual awakening. This isn't like, I mean, it could show up physically for you, but the reason it's being sent to you is to literally open your eye. Like, the eye. There is one eye here. They're sending it to you to, like, bring some awareness to how much you are dependent. And then, bottom of the deck, we have Ishtar, goddess of love, passion, war, and justice. And we have inner warrior coming out over here. And once again, we have these lions over here, like a lot of feline energy. I've been seeing feline energy in these cards. For some of you, it could be Bastet, the Egyptian, not just Ishtar, but also that goddess as well. If you've been seeing that in different places, this could be a confirmation of that with all this feline energy. But that's only for a few of you because it wasn't like as heavy as all of this winged energy in here. So this pile, you were my blue calcite hearts. Now, there, in my opinion, there's no coincidences. This is in the shape of a heart. They're over here letting you know it's not like they don't love you. They don't hate you. It's like they love you to pieces, and they're always there to try to help you feel better. They want you to be at peace. They want you to be calm. But if the only way you can be calm is by completely like disengaging from yourself and only following everything that they send your way, it's not healthy. They want you to be healthy on your own. They want you to be clear and have the ability to speak what you feel, not what you feel that you need to speak for others or that you feel like you need to speak for them. It's like, yeah, some people are a mouthpiece for certain messages, but at the same time, if you're not even exploring your own message, they're not going to be over here like, hey, come over here and start saying our stuff. They're like, we want you to get into gear and start being honest with yourself. And also, this is very self-soothing kind of energy, like that self-love. If you guys are not doing self-love or the self-soothing energy, it's almost like quit looking at them to soothe everything, because that could have been something you've been falling into, is really needing them to soothe every wound you have. But they're letting you can do this yourself. It's pretty much what it is. They want you to be more self-reliant. They want you to trust more. For the other piles, we have the Labradorite, and then we have the green Fluorite, and then the Selenite Chakra Tower for the other piles. But that's what is coming through with who your guides are. So you need to take whatever sticks from that, but they also had a message sitting in there for you too. So I feel like a lot of you might actually already know who your guides are since you talk to them so much. And with how they came out with that message like that. For others, if you don't know, but you're constantly asking, they're letting you know you need to trust because you actually do. But yeah, that's what I got coming for my blue calcite pile. Next up for my second group, my Labradorite. A little sparkle. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you guys. Who are your guides? I'm not gonna lie, your guides are kind of awkward. It's a very weird thing to say, but it's almost they're unconventional, I guess would be a way to put it. They have their, I don't know why, but I keep hearing their own style. I really don't know what this means, but they're an unconventional guide. They're not usually like, you know, what everyone talks about constantly, and it could be why you're confused, because it's like, who the hell am I getting these messages from? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you guys have this the find the way to abundance reversed here. So it's like some of you guys don't understand what is going on here. For some of you, it's almost like you try to reach a certain level of success, and it's like you get knocked back from it, and you're like, how is this fair? It's like I said, your guides are very unconventional. I feel like they can be quite coy with who they are if they don't reveal themselves to you. It's probably because they feel like you're not ready for them to reveal themselves to you. Could be because they're very high energy. This is also, you guys are getting so much of the same stuff, the same cards from the first pile, but your stuff is different. I feel like you guys might have similar guides to group one, but you're the ones that they send stuff to and you just completely miss it. Like you're the ones that have this other stuff on the mind, and it's not like you're asking for signs. It's almost like they are sending them and you're oblivious. You are completely oblivious. It's almost like they overdo it with you guys because you don't understand what the heck is going on. And you guys have memories, cherished memories of loved ones. So definitely some of you, this could literally be, you have a passed on loved one. Someone that was probably very quirky, someone that you really connected to, someone that understood you, that really wanted you to go after your dreams, even if other people saw it as it wouldn't be anything. For you guys, this could also be ancestors, people that your family talk about as having, like, you know, this very distinct personality. It could also be that one of your guides is also a mediator. I don't know why, but I keep hearing the word medium. It might be that the reason you haven't connected with them is you're blocking off gifts you have, like, you know, mediumship, where you actually have a very profound gift, and it's like you're scared shitless of it, and that's why you literally miss the signs, is because you're like, no, this is too much for me. You might even get very overwhelmed and very emotional when this kind of stuff happens, especially if the way they try to communicate is through memories, and it's almost like you shut down because you can't handle the memory because you haven't healed it yet. But it's like they try to bring you happiness, and that has the opposite effect. It's like they bring you happiness and then you get sad, and it's like that's not what we were trying to do here. Um, it's like they have a hard time trying to, it's like they understand you, but they have a hard time of trying to figure out how to get you to understand what they're saying. And it's like sometimes you don't realize it's them at all that they're sending stuff to you. You're just like, oh, that's pretty. Or like, oh, that made me really sad out of nowhere. Like, why did I remember that? It's just like, it just comes over you and you don't understand it, but really it's literally them trying to find a way to see, like, okay, are they going to understand this? Are they going to understand this? It's pretty much like they're doing trial and error, because they're trying to figure out how to make you understand that you have this gift, but you're scared of it, so you keep shutting it off constantly. And then, oh my gosh, you guys are literally going to get called out. One of the people is Archangel Gabriel. I've been working with Archangel Gabriel for a long time, and with this coming out reversed, this is creativity and hope. So a lot of you guys, like I said, this over here, finding your way to abundance, you guys feel very blocked off from it, and then you're also blocking out an archangel, which isn't the best thing for you. Especially if you're trying to do something creative and you're scared shitless, and it's like you're not seeing anything at all. You're just like scared out of your mind and feeling like there's no way I can do this. Why do I keep having these things being brought up to me? It's like nothing is making sense to you at all. And I mean, you might even be seeing bubbles, like, you know, obviously there have been kids outside playing for Easter. It could have been like a lot of bubbles floating by. They could have made shapes. Or usually you just see bubbles. Some people see them more often than others. But this energy right here is just like letting you know when you see those, they know you're worrying about shit. And it's like, this is like an immediate confirmation, just drop it. And you guys are completely oblivious. You have your back turned to it. You don't even know that's what's going on. You're just sitting there stressing. And it's like, this passed on loved one, I feel like it's one person, this passed on loved one that keeps bringing this up, or literally Archangel Gabriel over here. They are trying so hard, and for some of them, like my middle finger just started tingling. They feel like you're giving them the middle finger because you're completely ignoring them. I'm trying to remember which planet the middle finger goes to with palmistry. With palm reading, there's a planet that's connected to that finger. Let me see. Saturn. Okay. It's connected to Saturn. So yes, this energy is masculine energy. Is something that comes through a lot like the father type energy, or a fathering, nurturing energy in that way. It could be why they have trouble connecting at times, because if you get very sensitive and they're like, well, what like, it's like they weren't trying to make you sensitive. It's pretty much like, okay, how do I do this? It's like they're working with what they got. It's pretty much how they feel. And it's not like they're upset at you. If anything, they're at a loss trying to figure out, because the way they try to connect is weird. Like I said, they're very strange with how they try to do things, and it doesn't line up with a lot of the stuff that's out there. Like, oh, they do this, do this, do this. You're like, none of this stuff happens for me. I'm just completely confused all the time, and nothing really clicks for me. And they're just like, we try so hard. You might also have a very heavily aspected Saturn in your chart, or you could be going through a Saturn return, because that's why they're coming in heavier. They're trying to connect to you during this time, because literally, like, their energy is sitting in this energy trying to be, or Saturn square. There is definitely something heavy happening with Saturn that they're trying to help you with. Karma. This, like I said, it could be ancestors. Oh, I had one slide out on me. Strength reversed. This one just kind of lightly slid out onto my hand. It like barely. It's just like a little dip off to the side slide. Um, this honestly made me feel like someone that is very drained because of how it just kind of like I'll kind of show you guys. Like it literally just went like that, like onto my hand while I was shoveling. It was like so barely anything like coming off. The it's like they're tired. It's like they're trying so hard. But they know you have a lot on your mind, and it's like they just want you to have more faith in yourself. They're not trying to make you cry. This is like a big thing coming through here. They're not trying to make you cry. Is like a really big message here. Is like I feel like you guys cry a lot when this connection happens, and you don't know why you just start crying, and they're like, oh my god. It's like because the message gets messed up because you guys are crying, because it's better, you're more clear-headed when you're in like a happy space, but when you're crying it's like, oh shit, I did the wrong thing. Night, Anna. I know it's really late where you are. Thank you for coming and saying hi. And we have 5 of Wands over here. One thing they're really wanting me to say with this card is you are magic. And it's because there's all this energy around you. Like there's these broken wands and like these arrows falling off, but the one that's in the middle of everything and has this glowing sphere and the light coming down, it's pretty much like they're letting you know you're a lightning rod for this stuff. You're just really good at getting caught up in the stuff around you instead of this. They're like, you need to be a little more in this, like the crystal clear energy. There's a sphere in here, and there's this, you guys picked a sphere, but maybe some of you literally need to work with Labradorite with them to help you understand it a little better, because they're not trying to upset you. It's almost like this internal conflict arises whenever they try to communicate with you, and it's not what they're trying to do. It's like, it's so, how can I put this? It's, to them, it's counterproductive. It's like, fuck. This kind of thing that happens. You guys also have the 4 of Wands reversed. Like I said, especially if you guys are feeling like very insecure, like, you know, foundations that you thought were, I keep hearing protection. It's almost like feeling like you're not protected. You're afraid to break away and be free from some of these things and really stand out on your own, because you feel this lack of connection when they're trying so damn hard to have it that it's ridiculous. I'll let you guys know right now, if this is Archangel Gabriel for you, Archangel Gabriel tries very, very, very hard, because messenger, like the archangel of like messages, like the messenger, Hermes energy, Apollo energy, Mercury energy, this is some very, and this doesn't have the swords in it. This has wands. So this is very spiritual energy. Even strength is very spiritual, fiery energy. So this is like very heightened spiritual awareness, but being very conflicted by it because of how it's being presented. If anything, it feels like stuff's falling apart every time you try to break away and do something on your own, so you feel like you're doing the wrong thing, and they're like, shit. It's like the conflicting thing starts happening again, and it's like, oh my gosh, we gotta go back to square one. We gotta send them some good memories over here to get them back in shape, and then they send you some good ones and you start crying and you're like, oh God. It's like a freaking cycle, and they're letting you know, okay, we love that you're sensitive. We love how vulnerable you are, but we need you to just a little bit. We need you just a little bit to get a little more logical, a little more collected. You have the Page of Cups reversed. Like I said, some of you guys, your emotions, especially when they bring up these memories over here, you guys have this thing where it's like a ripe wound opens every single time they do it. And it's like it's being brought up so you guys can heal. It's not so you guys can fall into this place and feel like your world's falling apart and you start crying again. They're trying to figure it out. Like I said, I feel like the reason they're unconventional is because you are so sensitive that they need to be unconventional. They can't really reach you through normal means because you just shut down. And then you guys have the Three of Swords reversed over here. Yeah, there is definitely some, I'm gonna keep that right there because it flew off the stack, so we'll look at that in a second. But this energy right here, with it being reversed, having this Page of Cups reversed, you guys, they're letting you know when they come in, like I literally said before this came out, when they come in, they're trying to help you heal the heartbreak, they're trying to help you release it, but then you keep reopening a raw wound over and over. Like, look at all this, all these are reversed. Except for this conflict going on with the Five of Wands over here. There's like this big vulnerability you guys have where all of a sudden it's like you break down anytime you're brought, like this is brought to your attention, and they're like, we cannot help you heal this situation, especially if you have a lot of problems with money. We can't help you heal the situation because you guys, like, we need you to have more strength. And it's like they're not trying to be mean by any means. They are not trying to be mean. But it's like you can't get the message if you keep breaking down every time they try to bring you the message. It's like, try to be just a little more logical. Especially when it comes to this hurt. Try to pull away a little from your emotions. Like, allow yourself to feel them. For some of you, you just go straight into the emotion, but you don't work through it. You just explode into emotion and then you stifle it again. It's not like you literally go through the process that it was supposed to help you with. It's almost like you have the outburst and then you go right back to what you were doing and then you stifle it again. And it's like they do like the shake my head, smack the hand on the face thing. Like that wasn't, it's like that was not what we were trying to do here. Like at the bottom of the deck, we have the moon reversed over here. This big hand hanging over this little chick, just like being so sad, and it's like crying, and it. Guys, they know you are sensitive, okay? They understand that you're sensitive, even if other people don't. It could be that the reason this keeps happening is because you guys keep putting up a front and not allowing yourself to be vulnerable in front of other people, so that when they come through and it happens, it's almost like, it's why it's a raw wound over and over. You don't allow yourself to be vulnerable. So when they bring things up, it's almost like this wave of hurt and you feel like you're being punished. When you have to work through this energy, yin yang, you have to work through this energy. This wanted to come out literally with this card. They try to balance your emotions. For some of you could have an emotional imbalance. They try to come through and help you work through the problems. They're trying to help you heal. And so when you get very emotional, they're wanting you to be aware. They're like, okay, these are coming up. Breathe with me for a second. We're trying to get you through something so that every time this happens, you're not triggered like this. They're trying to help you realize this fell apart. Whatever this thing is, it fell apart and it left like this pain, but we're trying to help you release the pain. We're not trying to make you sit in it and feel horrible then block it off again. That's not what we're going for over here. Let's see. You guys are getting a lot of archangels just wanting to come out here. We have the third chakra archangel Shamuel, however you want to say it. But the third is the solar plexus. This is your confidence. For some of you, like I said, this is some more of that like fiery energy. The solar plexus, I feel a lot links to this bright sun confidence energy, which strength is the same thing with Leo energy. It's like they want you to feel more comfortable and confident, and not like you needing to. It's like some of you really hide things because it's a stigma. They want you to know that this is actually something beautiful that you have, and to have confidence in it, because the reason you're being made to do certain things that make you very uncomfortable and that bring you pain is because it's actually part of what you're supposed to be doing. It's why your money is feeling kind of blocked off right now. Oh. Okay, we're just going to keep pulling out angels for you guys. We got Angel of Love, which this card is just gorgeous. You guys definitely have a lot of either passed on loved ones that you were very close to as guides because of how this is being cradled, or you literally just have angels around you, because this is a very angel heavy reading here. Yeah, you guys with finances, this financial constraints thing, like this is a really nasty looking door with spider webs in it. There's maybe a coin inside of it. And you have another money thing that's reversed over here. For some of you guys, the reason things are feeling very blocked off to you is every time this thing's brought up for you to heal it, there's probably memories that deal with you having a very unhealthy relationship with money. And that can stem from you feeling like you're not worthy of it. And this confidence and this heart energy is like pretty much like saying light yourself up. Have more confidence. Like, know that having these things is not a weakness, it's a strength. It's almost like they're wanting you guys to quit basing your worth off of the tangible money kind of thing, because I feel like you guys have a big struggle with that. And then we have the World reversed coming out over here. This literally, I heard like the world is against you, and it's like that is not what they're going for here. Like I said, some of you, when these things keep popping up and you feel like the world is literally against you, you're very emotional. You're just like, some of you might have very deep-rooted fears of a lot of things, and when your guides try to bring them up, you get extremely emotional over and over again, and it's because you're not healing it. You're not bringing any new energy in. You're going right back to this feeling of things being against you and blocking you off, when what they're doing is like, come on, we're trying to balance these things out, because once again we got all this reversal energy with this big need for balance. And bottom of the deck, we have community. This energy right here, this group, you have at least 3 very strong guides that are around you a lot. Does not surprise me seeing how angels just want to come out the woodwork over here. But this could also be, like I said, passed on loved ones, ancestors. There are 3 very prominent energies that are coming through for this group. Now, whether you connected when I pulled out an angel or you connected when I said that, or both, look into and see what resonates with you, because this is coming through as like you guys need healing, but it's like you feel like you're being punished when this comes up, but really they're trying to give you an opportunity and an opening to clear it. Let's see. Soul solitude. They really are trying to give you an opportunity to clear this thing. This is almost like, hey, we are trying to bring some big attention here to this pain, to this stuff, these memories that you keep trying to bury away, and it's like a window to the soul, literally. They're trying to like open this energy here with confidence and with love. They are trying to do it because it's so hard for you with this conflict over here, some big internal conflict. And it also comes out when you have these outbursts. You might randomly start fighting with people because you don't want to deal with it. It's almost like you create havoc trying to get away from your emotions. And it's like, that's why they struggle. It's why they're unconventional. It's why they're trying to find some way to get you to understand what they're doing over here, because it seems like it's going out the wrong way. And Serenity being reversed over here, you guys really struggle with peace and feeling comfortable. Like it's almost like so foreign to you. Like I said, it's like this Page of Cups reversed over here. It just brings up this very it almost repulses you a little bit, especially when it comes to you trying to work through emotions while you're trying to deal with finances. It's like you put money above you, and that's why when that's not going right, it's almost like I said, the world's against you because that's not going right. Obviously no one cares, and then you start picking fights with people when it makes no sense. Even to you, it makes literally no sense. But you still do it because you're trying to figure out how to balance your emotions, but it's like your guides are trying to give you tools to do this, but you're not understanding how they're giving you the tools. They're trying, though. I said they're trying, and you guys get listen. Just listen. They're trying so hard with you guys. They really are. They're sending you those memories, and they're like, listen. Come on. We're trying. Like, they're listening to you. They're trying to understand you. And it's really confusing for them. They know, like, you have, like, these... You just don't fit. And it's like they're trying to find ways, the same way you're trying to find ways. It's like the box that's trying to fit into a circle kind of thing. It's like it just keeps, the edges keep smacking on the circle. And it's like, okay, like there should be another way we can do this. And it doesn't come at the price of the square cutting off its edges. Like, they're not saying you need to change yourself. They're saying you just need to realize what you're trying to work through so it quits having this effect on you. And then you guys have Dream Talk reversed over here. This is making me filled with this world being reversed over here, and the Three of Swords. Childhood memories. You guys could actually have nightmares that bring you back to childhood memories, and you wake up very emotional and very scared. They're not trying to do this to you. Like I said, they're trying to figure out how to help you work through this thing, because it's a very deep emotional wound. So if it freaks you out in your dreams and you shut down and you you don't like the scary things. They're willing to listen to you. Tell them a way you would be comfortable. Like, just be completely honest with them. Like, I would be comfortable if you did this. I would literally, this is the only way I would feel comfortable. And more than likely, that's how they're going to try to help you, because it seems like what they've been trying has not been working. They've been trying different ways, and you have this thing where it's like trying to get through a brick wall. Because we have soul power here, and it's reversed with some more wings in here, and it has this beautiful red energy. This is root energy, and it's, you have this root energy with listening. In order to become comfortable with your emotions, you have to be very grounded and comfortable in your body. It'll help you work through things. It'll help you be able to discern between like what's the stuff coming in that's trying to help you heal and what's like just old kind of trash you need to start clearing out. It's like it'll help you have a more clear head when dealing with these things. Also, there's this energy of you guys have really spread yourself thin, and you need to start getting some of your energy back by taking back what you've been giving so freely to people. Because you honestly, like, when this stuff hits you and they're trying to help you with it, you have nothing left, and that's why you break down. Because it's like the icing on the cake, when really this is supposed to be for you. Like, you're supposed to be taking care of yourself first, and it's like, how the heck are we supposed to help you if you're not even listening to your own body and your own needs? So you guys get Inner Warrior coming out over here. I feel like what this is saying is you guys are actually, you just fight. Like I said, I feel like you guys start fights with people when you're feeling very, like, emotionally overwhelmed. It's like how you get it out. Yes, trust that you have power, but also be careful with where you're throwing it. I mean, you guys, with this strength reverse, sometimes you guys fall into these patterns that really aren't healthy. And it makes it to where you keep repeating things, and it's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to help you break the cycle. They want the swords to fall out of the heart over here. They have the Three of Swords reversed. They don't want it causing you pain. For some of you, it brings you literal heart pain and anxiety attacks, and it's like this isn't, it's like they're trying to figure out here. And the thing is, they will listen if you tell them how it will help you, but you need to be completely honest with yourself if you're going to be comfortable with it. Like, are you going to shut down again, even though you're asking for it a specific way? You guys literally get Amethyst, spirituality, intuition, stress relief. Okay, stress relief. So Amethyst can literally be a birthstone if it's someone that, you know, passed on. It can be angels associated with Amethyst. It could literally be you working with Amethyst. And this person's holding it on their third eye. Okay? Like, this is your guys being like, we are trying to send things here and trying to figure out how to get through this block here, because it's like you're in constant fight mode over here, and they're like, no, we need some calm over here. We need some stress relief. We need you to listen. We got Kuan Yin coming out here, the goddess of compassion. Some of you could really benefit from working with her, I feel, or either that or she's reaching out to work with you because she knows you need this. I mean, Angel of Love came out over here. If you guys have been seeing her a lot, it could just be confirmation that, yeah, she's really been trying to work with you, because that's a lot about finding that love and healing and compassion for yourself as well as other people. And then we have dark moon introspection. I don't know how many times you guys are gonna be told that you need to listen and go to this thing. We have a new moon happening this Sunday in Aries. And like I said, I felt a lot of fire energy with all this going on over here. For some of you, I mean, it could be that, you know, there's a lot of, obviously, there's a lot of messages. Moon in Aries, it could be that this person, if they're passed on, could have had heavy Aries energy, or Aries sun, moon rising, or stellium, whatever it is, or they could have had a lot of first house placements because the first house is ruled by Aries. This could also be that when you are actually calm, which is what they're trying to allude to over here, instead of like flying off the handle, when you're in this dark space and you're allowing this and you're trusting your power you have within you instead of going out and trying to shout your power out into the world, that's when you start having balance. That's when you start being able to see that the world is not against you. It's just that there's things you need to heal. There's triggers that you have that keep getting pushed over and over. And then we have first quarter moon, and this is take action. So this is almost, for me, it's making me feel like it's letting you guys know that after, especially if you guys have been really pushing something, because taking action is very masculine energy. Like I said, I did feel that masculine energy. My middle finger randomly tingled, and that's linked to Saturn. So it's like that masculine energy. Some of you need to step back from having this masculine energy. It could be what's making you combative, and get more into your feminine energy and allow yourself to do introspection and have more compassion, and it will help you be more grounded instead of letting the emotions just kind of wreak havoc all over everything. You guys definitely, once you take this time, yes, you'll be moving forward, but if you're just forcing it, like brute force pushing this thing, what's going to end up happening is you're not going to get the introspection you need. You're not going to learn what is trying to be taught to you. And it's going to create to where you keep going back to this old thing. You keep going back to the old thing when all they're trying to show you is that certain things crumble away for a reason, especially if it's a habit that you have of going and picking fights when you get emotional. This is them saying, listen, like be quiet and listen to what's going on and see what you're doing to people, because it's not right for you to be doing that to people anyways. And then we got Artemis, goddess of light and divine protector, coming out here, the huntress. It doesn't say the huntress, but you know, I associate her with the huntress. This is like going after what you want. She has the stag spirit behind her, in this card as well. There is this mysticism, and like I said earlier, for those of you that feel like the protection isn't there, the world being against you and things like that, it's because you're not listening. You're not listening to how mean you're being to yourself. You're not listening to how mean you're being to other people. You're completely missing signs. And I want to go ahead and say, having picked this Labradorite right here, this is very spiritual right here. This stone is a very spiritual stone, very spiritual crystal. Depending on, like, the flash that I have has pretty much all the colors, the pink, yellow, blue, purple. It has like those colors. If you have a certain one that has like more blue or more yellow, it can connect to those. But this is about aligning your chakras, which you had literally one of those come out with your solar plexus. But this is about aligning those. It's about connecting to your intuition with like the amethyst energy. It's about being calmer. It's about understanding that, you know, you can have a balance of logic and emotion and you don't need to shut either one out. This is also being able to speak and connect to what's going on with you, being able to express. This is also being, this is more than just connecting to intuition. This is you trusting. Because this is a very deep spiritual connection, especially if it's some passed on loved ones that come through very heavy for you. This energy is trying to show that, yes, there is a definite connection. It's a definite confirmation. If you have Labradorite and you want to meditate with it, you definitely will connect easier. But it's more like you need to find a way where you're going to receive the message, and you need to be open when you say you'll receive it that way, and you need to allow yourself to balance your logic and emotion. Work through the emotion, don't bury it, but at the same time don't go throwing the emotions all over other people, because you're not healing anything when you do that. You're just creating more stuff for other people to have to heal from, because you're throwing pain on them. But yeah, you guys definitely are having a lot of stuff thrown in your direction to show you that they're there. So just find a way to be more receptive. Allow yourself to be more receptive. That's feminine energy too, is allowing receptivity. Okay, so my next group. My next group over here with the green fluorite. Some nice sparkles and rainbows and all that good stuff. So, let's see. This green fluorite, you guys are a lot, well, your guides, since these are who your guides are, they're a lot more quiet. You have animal bond. This is saying stand up for all animals, and it's reversed. Your guides definitely come through in animals, and it seems like they're quiet because obviously we don't speak other species of animal, but it's like, it seems like they're quiet because they present themselves as animals. It's like you don't necessarily have this feeling of I don't know if they necessarily try to interact with you so much through body feeling. Especially if you hear other people talk about like, oh, I get this, and you're like, well, I don't get any of these things. It's like they have their own way of bonding with you. They don't go through the normal means. Like, I know the last group, like I said, it was these two wanted to sit together and be companions, and like the fluorite and the labradorite, I was about to say they have a weird way of doing things. So did this group. But this was, the Labradorite group was more, they are trying to be talked to by their guides in a different way because they're not picking it up in a healthy way with how they're receiving it. with this group, it just feels like they decide to show themselves oddly. And it's like you are having a tough time bonding because it just, the energy feels odd, and sometimes it might feel like you can't trust it. These wanted to fly out onto my arm. So this is really interesting. So I'm not looking at the bottom of the deck yet. This energy, like I said, you feel like it might be hard for you to bond to them. They definitely, they show themselves more when you're trying new things. You might feel more connected when you actually start something new, but then it's almost like it dips. It almost feels like they dip out on you. And it's because you guys have this kind of strange connection. Trying to figure out how to word this. I feel like this guide in particular, this could be a higher self energy. This could be the pile that has the higher self as the guide, and that's why it's so confusing to bond with it, because it's like you're looking for like an angel or something, and it's like, the hell am I bonding with is pretty much the feeling here. And having this self-reliance in reverse over here is really showing like this, you guys aren't relying on the self, and it's like it's yourself that's your guide. This peacock energy over here that also looks like a phoenix, and it has fire, it has all the elements going on in it. This is like going through the most and learning and growing, and it's almost like you're very in tune to this aspect of yourself, and you do things, you follow it, but at the same time, what's happening is you feel like kind of left out a little bit, because it's like, why am I doing all this stuff on my own? And it's not that you're doing stuff on your own, you're actually very in alignment, but it's like you feel like you have no bond, because you don't need to force a bond, it's just there. You're connected with yourself. Of course, that energy is going to come to life whenever you do something that's like, it speaks to your soul. But this energy is trying to teach you to trust it. So bottom of the deck, we have gratitude. Okay, guys. Be grateful for all that you have. I'm telling you, like, this just feels like a higher self energy coming through. Like, you need to have more faith in what's happening here, because you don't have to keep searching for a bond. The bond's already there. You don't have to keep searching for new people to help you out. You've gone, new people, spirits, whatever. It's like you went through the fire, the flames, everything already. You don't need to start over again with this connection. It's like being grateful for the connection you have, because it really is one. You might feel like it isn't. But your higher self is saying, instead of like trying to do everything on your own, it's like you're not by yourself. Like, they're trying to let you know that they're working with you, even though it may feel like, hey, shouldn't I be getting like certain things? When your higher self is working through you, a lot of times it could be that you literally say shit to yourself, and it's just like, what It's like you're sitting there and a random word or a random song pops in your head. There's just something where you're doing things by yourself. It's not externally like you're seeing numbers or things like that. It's very internal guidance. And that's the higher self. It's like it's coming through in these things, and it's not going to be like all these crazy other things. There might be some animals that you're very bonded with that come around you when you're feeling a certain way, and that's because like it's literally like when you're more aligned with your higher self, those animals that are bonded feel that spirituality and they're going to be around you more. Or you might feel drawn to certain animals whenever you're experiencing doing something new. It's almost like they show up. And that's pretty much like, you getting that little nudge that, yeah, hey, you're doing the right thing. Good job. But it's like, you being aware. So, okay. You guys are just throwing things over here. The one that actually jumped out upside first is the one I'm going to talk about. So we have here the star card that just wanted to jump out. She's dancing with herself. Okay, this is probably one of the prettier star cards that I've seen. I just love this deck in general, but the star card in this deck is so pretty. And it's like she's dancing with these bowls of water she made. She's flinging water out of her hair. She's just completely just at this happy place in dancing. Having this kind of energy is like, for one, the stars like wishes and hopes and like all this stuff coming like to fruition. But there's this great trust that comes with it. And you also have the Page of Swords, the Empress. Like I said, this is really feeling like higher self energy, having Star and the Empress here. And then these wanted to drop out together, and these were from, I'm done. These were from the lab pile. Okay? Like I said, I felt like there was some kind of camaraderie happening between these two piles. You guys literally had this internal conflict thing, but they all fell out together. So your internal conflict is literally these energies. This is you fighting with yourself. And like quite literally, you fighting with your higher self over here. And with the self-reliance reversed, it's like you being stubborn and like holding on to a lot of things when this is the energy that your higher self puts you in. Like I said, anytime you guys start something and you start following it, it's like this feeling of peace comes in and you're very happy with it. But then it starts getting to this thing where you're trying to go it alone, and your higher self's over here like, what am I, chopped liver? Is pretty much like the feeling over here, because it's like you start remembering the help you got from other people and how you were let down, how it broke your heart, just like a whole lot of things like that. And it's like, I'll just do it myself. And the higher self is like, I am the self. Like, what the hell? Why aren't you listening to me too? Like, you're trying to encompass this energy right here. But you keep going back to, I've been hurt before and I don't want to deal with this. Very kind of stoic energy. And then you have Justice reversed on the bottom. You guys have a lot of major arcana. Definitely making me feel higher self. Having Justice reversed is, like I said, it feeling like you've been done wrong. Feeling like there's been this great injustice. It could make it to where you feel like you can't trust yourself, and that puts a big damper on things because of how things fell apart. It's like this internal battle, whereas anytime you really listen to it, great things happen, but at the same time, it's like you stop yourself because you take the leap of faith and then the new beginning starts and then you shut down. And they're like, no, we were having a good flow here. Like, the wish happened, we started the new thing, and we started getting into the energy together, we started aligning, and then the stubborn thing happened again. And it's like, no, no, we need to break this. We need to break the circle of going back. Like, this is really like your higher self coming in here. It's like, we got karma to work through, and we're not gonna be able to work through a lot of this stuff. We're not gonna be able to get our shit straight if we can't get past the simple thing of knowing that we're helping each other out here. And you got the second chakra, Archangel Ariel, and this is reversed. I'm telling you, you guys, the second chakra is the sacral. This is your emotions. This is the feminine energy. This is like that lower energy of being comfortable within yourself. It's like this Empress energy. You guys are just really shutting yourselves down over here. Whew. The world against you. You guys. This is also you guys feeling very alone in the world. Like I said, some of you guys are like, where the hell's my bond? And your higher self's feeling like chopped liver. It's like you're feeling on the dark side of the planet over here that's completely in the shadow, while everyone else is getting all this like, oh, I got this person, I got this, and you're like, well, what the fuck do I got? It's like, you guys, you even got the thing with like, have like, be grateful for what you have over here, like literally yelling at you. And it, like, seriously, that chopped liver thing keeps coming up a lot, and no action. Like I said, you guys just, you fall backwards a lot when it comes to your higher self and trusting your higher self. It's like pretty much like it's coming out with this reading like, what the hell? And then third chakra, which is our solar plexus, coming out over here. Like I said, when you guys are creating and you're doing something new and you're having fun, like, you're very in alignment here. But otherwise, when you guys start falling into this, like, I need to do it all myself, and feeling like nothing's helping you at all, it's like, it's defeating the purpose, is pretty much what's happening here. They want your higher self, since it's coming through so strongly in this reading, is wanting you to, like, even though these archangels are coming in, I still feel like your higher self is screaming over here. For some of you, maybe connecting to your higher self, you might want to work through Archangel Ariel or Archangel Shamuel. But this is more like you might learn stuff from them, but it's really your higher self over here like, hey, I'm the one that knows the shit and what we gotta do, and I want to get this done. Like, it wants to be in the Empress energy instead of feeling like it's sitting on the dark side of the moon over here. Yeah. You guys, this contract, it literally says contract and it's reversed. I'm telling you, your higher self is feeling like chopped liver. Straight up chopped liver. It's like, hey, I signed up. I am you. What the hell? Why don't you care about me? Why do you only care if you have these other fancy things? I'm fancy too, damn it. It's like... Oh my goodness. Like, your higher self already has the confidence and stuff that you're really looking for. So when you ignore it, it's kind of like, what the... this kind of energy over here. So let's see. Hello from heaven. And you got this reversed. This, I'm not gonna lie, this... There's all these things being, like, given to this person, right? Just being dropped literally on their face. What I'm laughing at is how this card says hello. Like, literally, seeing hello is making me laugh, because I don't know if you guys are just hanging out or whatever, but I don't know if you randomly hear songs in your head that have hello in them. There are so many, but I keep, like I said, Dark Side of the Moon, and I'm hearing hello, like the Pink Floyd song coming into my head too. There's something here where they're like they try to speak to you guys through music. This is your higher self is like, we gotta like find something here that'll work. And this hello is just making me think of songs that have the word hello in there, or like knocking on heaven's door. Like, I don't know why this card is just a whole bunch of music coming out of this, but it's pretty much like we are not focusing on all the other spirits right now. Yes, you have other guides, they are there. It's not saying only your higher self, but the thing is, the higher self is coming through strong right now because it's like, we got shit to do. Like, let's get this ball rolling here. So that way we're in alignment and we're just moving straight on with it instead of waiting for something to come down and say, hey, I'm your guide. It's like, let's just get going. We don't need to wait on something to reveal itself. Which, as you're moving, things will reveal themselves. But at the same time, it's like, we gotta wake up a little bit over here. Telling you, a lot of music coming out of that card. All I'm hearing is just multiple songs flying through my head while I'm looking at that card. We got Strength reversed right here. Pretty much, like I said, being called out by your higher self over here, being all up in its confidence, and you being over here like, I don't feel like moving forward here. I feel like I'm kind of left in the dark. I don't know if I can really do this thing. And it's like, you going back and forth is it hurts. It hurts. That Three of Swords isn't just you, it's them too. They're just like, but it's reversed. Like, you guys are trying to kick it. You're trying to get rid of it. Then you have Light. I mean, I don't know how much more higher self you can get than like your light self over here. But once again, we have these bright lights coming from the person. Like, you, lights coming from you. You're not trying to call anything down. If you have other guides, they're doing their thing, but your higher self is over here just like, you know, we're in our soul space right now. We're going to create from our soul space, and that's what we need to be doing. We don't need to be focusing on all these other things. We need to be in our energy, which is the star energy, the empress energy. Like, you guys have some good energy going on over here, but you're too focused on the wrong thing here, because you're not seeing the contract you have with your own soul as being important. Like, literally, you have the freaking Justice reverse, and you have a card that says contracts on it reverse. It's like, you guys aren't even putting two and two together that you actually have this connection to your soul. Like, if you didn't, like, this might be the first time that it's clicking for you that, wait, there's a connection there, and that's how I'm supposed to be creating. It's not supposed to be like, I need to get everything divinely to me. My soul is divine, and that's why I can get the stuff from just being connected to myself. It's like epiphanies trying to come through with you not shutting it out. Just ask. Coming out reversed. Pretty much stop it. Stop the hello from heaven. Stop asking for all these things everywhere else. It's like, just kind of sit with yourself. Literally, your higher self. Like, it's chilling over here. Like, I don't know what else you want me to do. And then we have Animal Kingdom. I don't know what it is with you guys and animals, but they keep coming out reversed. Like, all your animal stuff. Because you have Animal Bonds, Animal Kingdom, but it's like a lot of reversal energy. This is really also making me think of how we are mammals ourselves, and having that bond with ourselves, like, you know, our physical body being bonded to our spiritual body, because it's a lot of standing up for yourself. It's being able to be in that energy where you fight for yourself, where you believe in yourself, you go on instinct, your higher self is your instincts, and because, you know, obviously you're getting that information of knowing where to go instinctually, intuitively. It's like being able to trust those things. Oh my gosh, this is green fluorite, and you guys got rainbow fluorite. We got focus, productivity, and creativity coming out for you guys. So fluorite with fluorite. Focus. It's pretty much everything I've been talking about. Like you guys being creative, trying to get things started, starting new things, but then just losing it because, you know, you drop it along the way because you go back to old patterns. It's like keeping your eye focused, like not allowing yourself, I said keeping your eye. Well, then again, your higher self is trying to connect to you through that place. And then we have eclipse, transformation. You guys are definitely, you need to free up some space for this if it's that hard for you. And then we have White Tara, Mother, Creator, Goddess of Peace and Protection. Now, you guys have these doves over here with peace. You have this energy, like you're very protected. And if you're wanting some kind of revelation of a guide to come through to know you're protected, it's pretty much like your higher self is like, you are wasting time. You're wasting time. We're in the middle of this transformative part here, and you're wasting time waiting on a sign from something that'll come when it's supposed to. We need to get moving on our own stuff instead of waiting around, see what's going to come through like a month from now or something. We need to start doing stuff. And then you guys got pink quartz, love, open heart, and kindness. So, and then you guys got Pachamama, Mother of Chaos as well. Mother of Chaos. Mother Cosmos. See, this is what I mean. You guys are like doing this thing where you're like in this battle with your higher self. Oh my gosh, guys. The more you open your heart and you're kind to yourself and you have more respect for yourself, the easier this is going to be. I feel like you guys really doubt yourself so much that anything that comes from you, you don't think it's good enough. When what you're being told to do, especially since this is green fluorite, even though rainbow came out right there, this green one is really connected to the heart chakra. A lot like how this pink quartz is talking about love, because green is really the color associated with that. So is pink. Green is having compassion more for others, having that unconditional love energy, and pink is really self-love. So you guys have like a lot of love coming out here. And it's not just like, you know, loving your fellow man or whatever. This is like loving yourself enough to start trusting in what, yeah, laughing at my chaos over here. This is trusting yourself enough to know that, yes, what you're getting, this guidance, because you guys have the star and the empress. Like, you guys have this energy over here where you can make your dreams come true by listening to yourself and trusting yourself. Like, you guys are really selling yourself short. This also, like Rainbow Fluorite said, it's great for creativity. It's great for focusing. This one has a little bit of purple in it, so there still is some of that third eye energy in this piece, but this is pretty much all green. So it's saying, like, if you're having trouble calling this in, it's because you're really doing a great job of blocking yourself off and not trusting yourself. So allow yourself to trust yourself is pretty much what it is. And I think it's going to be really hard for this group because other people probably like, oh yeah, I get that. But for this group, I feel like you guys just you guys, I keep hearing that freaking evanescence wake me up inside over and over again, and it's driving me nuts. So it's like your higher self is literally screaming at you through a lot of stuff and just being like, hey, you need to trust that we're more powerful than you're giving us credit for, and you need to quit tearing everything down. Like literally, this Four of Wands reversed over here, you guys just straight up tear things down because you go on your own thing and you just say like, the only one I can trust is myself. And you're not even trusting your full self. You're just trusting like what you know completely in the present at the moment, and that's it. Or what you're thinking and what you're really dreading at the same time. So it's like, yeah, that was a straight up higher self wanting to come through with that one. For our last group, for who are your guides? We have our Selenite Chakra Tower. It's kind of strange because I almost feel like with this group a little bit of dancing. Or at least movement. I don't know if you're being told to move more or possibly like your guides, there's either a background to them where they could be a deity of like dance or movement, or it could be like angels of music and songs or dance. There's just something about celebration, something about children. There's a lot coming through for you guys. But there's definitely, there isn't the same, it's not like sitting. There's definitely movement with this group. And first thing we have out is legends. Learn from those who inspire you. So salamanders, which is right here, is from what I learned, because I dreamt of a salamander and I wanted to know what the heck it meant because I never dreamt of one before a while back. But this is the ability to regenerate, to go through, purge things. If a limb's hacked off, regenerate the limb to what you need it to be. Very transformative. This energy for me feels very fae. There's fae type energy here, but there's also this I don't know why I keep hearing Angel of Death. I don't know who that is, but that keeps coming up. So whoever that is, or however you resonate with that. But that movement I'm feeling could also be a lot of transformation, which could be why that's coming through, is like the movement through the purge, through the like remaking of the self constantly. I mean, I didn't notice this before, but there's actually a person up here that is completely just this big bloom of rainbow color. That's just hanging all over everybody. There's also this inspiration energy, because learning from those who inspire you, there's just a lot of like energy here. Owl, follow your intuition. Literally, more nature energy. You could have a major connection to Gaia, or like I said, Fae. But this is also your intuition kicking in, like you following possibly in the footsteps of really inspirational figures to you. And it could be because you have ascended masters as guides. If you're very connected to certain stories or legends, it could be them being connected to you. And you have new beginnings reversed. This is an interesting message. They're not here to make you relive their life. They're here to inspire you, because it seems like you have this learn from who inspires you, but it's like they want to inspire you to follow your own way, not to get stuck and try to do something they've done already. It's like, don't get stuck is pretty much what this is. Like, you're like that angel of death thing I was saying. Like, you're meant to be a phoenix reborn and do your thing. So if you're blocking yourself off and you're not doing that, it's pretty much like you're blocking off a huge part of yourself. This vacation being reversed, I think, is just confirmation that this is a high energy pile, because it's saying take time for relaxation and adventure. You guys, if you've been too scared to start something, this is pretty much, especially with this new beginnings, like you doing something that really lights you up and makes you happy. This is really trying to show you that, like, don't just sit around. Like, you guys are meant to be moving. You're meant to be enjoying things, learning through experiences. You're one of those people that, you know, you try something and you learn from trying the thing, not just listening to people. Taking action, doing things. And it has to follow your intuition, because you are naturally gifted in this area of understanding what you need to do. But your guide and Peacock, this freaking thing, Peacock, raise your standards coming out. And like I said, this thing looks like a huge peacock phoenix thing. But then you get literal peacock, which is raise your standards. And this one also has two peacocks together, wrapped around the crown here. So this is also making me think of guides that could be a couple that really stay close to you constantly. Like, if there's a couple you know of, whether that is some kind of, you know, deities that you feel very connected to, or possibly like a couple in your family that passed on that you feel are very heavily connected to you, it's pretty much like a confirmation that yes, they're hanging out with you. They're always connected to you. They're hanging around your crown chakra constantly and giving you messages, like this intuition energy. A lot of bird energy, but this is very showy and wise bird energy. It's like show off, but you have the wisdom to know when to do that, and they guide you with this. With raise your standards, they're literally telling you you could be doing a lot better. I don't know what area of your life they're speaking of there, but you could be doing a lot better. And you're really selling yourself short. So let's see. Ooh. Hello. So we got the Hanged Man. See, I didn't want to say this, but, you know, it's going to come out anyways. Like I was saying, you guys are selling yourself short somewhere, and for some of you, it's literally a relationship. And friends, because you got 3 of Cups also. Okay, so some of you are emotionally stunting yourselves by staying around people that keep telling you things that reinforce the negative. No, don't. Welcome the spammers, Mubat. But, and then you have this Page of Wands energy over here. Like I said, you guys are supposed to be moving. Like there isn't this thing, like you guys had this a lot of shit. You had a lot of shit happen. You got the hangman over here. Obviously, he's not sitting in a comfy position. He's over here with his neck all crooked, laying all over the ground. Um, it might look like he's sleeping, but I can assure you he's gonna have one hell of a kink in his neck when he wakes up. This right here is like, you guys have been through a lot. You have learned from people who inspire you that possibly have been through a lot. Like, you find a lot of inspiration in people that have like these stories that are like, holy shit, they've been through a lot. Because you look at them and you're like, you know, I've been through a lot of stuff too, you know, possibly really messed up relationships with people, really gossipy friendships that betrayed you, people that spoke very, really ill of you and tried to bring out the worst in you. But it's like, you keep moving. It's like you gotta keep going. Like, just keep swimming like the little fishies over here. But your obviously guides are very wise, but you having legend and hangman, like I said, this feels like ascended master energy. Like, you guys definitely have guides that are full of wisdom, but their wisdom is you understanding the power in your movement and your ability to move forward through things, even difficult things that make you feel like you're stuck for a while, or just berated with things that really aren't fair. This is like the wisdom that you gain from these things really puts you into your power. And it's like learning that it's okay to start new and do your own thing. You don't have to follow in their footsteps. You can learn from them, but they don't want you to follow. They want you to have your path. And on the bottom we have King of Swords. Like I said, you can follow, you can learn, but you have your own truth that you need to speak, that you need to move towards, that, you know, you have a very calm and logical energy, but sometimes that can get in the way of you trusting your intuition. So allow yourself, instead of, like, I feel like some of you really close down some parts of your emotions, but that's not the wisdom they're trying to help you to seek here. They're trying to let you know that there is a healthy balance between working through whatever pain this caused and being able to move forward and dance with your fire again. Like, it's pretty much like I said, you guys have a lot of Phoenix, like rebirth type energy. Even this Page of Wands is dancing, so let's see. What else comes out for who your guides are? I'm telling you, Samuel just keeps coming out for everybody. I just think he wants to let everyone know that confidence is very important. This is coming out reversed for you, though. So, and this coming out with the energy of the Hangman and learning from the legends, this could be you not feeling confident enough to do what they did. Especially if you're feeling like you need to follow in the footsteps of somebody, and that's not the message they're trying to give you. They're trying to let you know that what you have and the different energy you have is meant for a specific purpose. You can learn from them, but you're not supposed to do the same thing. You're selling yourself short, you're setting your bar too low if you're trying to mimic somebody. Don't mimic them. They are not going to take it as flattery. They want you to do your own thing. Don't think you're going to impress these people. Okay, before I read this card, this one just literally jumped out. We got walking away reversed. Some of you, like I said, with this movement energy, some of them are wanting you to move away from, you know, things that do not serve you, because some of you are just hanging on over here. Even though your intuition is saying, like, you know, this would be a good time to walk away, you're over here like, nah, I'm not walking away. It's like you keep doubting yourself. And it's like, especially if they did something and like you, like maybe, like, you know, like I said, there's a couple that came up in one of these pictures. I can't remember which one, but there was a couple that like really sits on your crown chakra and is really connected to you. Possibly this couple might not have had the best relationship when they were around. You really love them, but their relationship wasn't that great. They do not want you doing the same thing. Don't go being a martyr and trying to copy it and get into a relationship that's bad for you, because it's like, this is what they did. That is not what is going on here. That is not what they want. That's like a really specific message. I don't know who that's for, but it's like they don't want you copying it. They don't want you walking the same walk. They want you to dance your own dance over here. Journey reversed over here. I keep saying they want you guys to walk your own walk, and we have journey reversed. Guys, you cannot try to copy somebody, especially, it doesn't matter how much you respect them. Don't try to copy them. It's not going to end up well for you. You're gonna feel like a failure because you can't do it exactly the same, and that's because no one's exactly the same. If you try to do something that someone else does, you're gonna always feel like you don't live up to it, and that's your guides coming in here are like, you're not trying to do what we did. You can learn from our mistakes is pretty much what they're saying. Don't do what we did, learn from our mistakes. Patience. Oh my goodness. For one, they want you to have more patience with yourself. But this is also them letting you know that they have a lot of patience. You sitting here feeling like, oh, they're so done with me, they wouldn't be proud of me, all these other things. They're letting you know that you really are selling them short over here, because they have a lot more patience than you're giving them credit for. And also, they're a lot more proud of you than you're giving them credit for, because, you know, they're their own people still. You're projecting what you feel, instead of realizing that, no, they want you to do your own thing, and they're proud of you no matter where you are. And then, I swear, you guys, okay, all tied up. This is making me think of the Hangman again. You guys definitely have been through a lot. Now, your guides have also been through a lot. It's why you connect. It's why you understand the story, whether this is a deity or a passed on loved one couple, like whatever this is, you understand their journey because yours is a lot similar. Now, this tied up is like them pretty much screaming like, you are not karmically bonded to repeat our mistakes. Like, no. That is not your karma. You're not supposed to repeat our mistakes at all. If anything, they're around you because they want you to not do this thing. They're wanting you to free yourself and actually do what makes you happy and follow your intuition. And, oh man, okay, we're gonna... We got the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. I actually have not seen Archangel Gabriel come out in this deck yet. This is the throat chakra. This is what I work with Archangel Gabriel with, is the throat chakra. This is knowing your truth. This is knowing, like I said, whoever your guides are, or whoever it is you respect, or whatever deity you respect that you feel your journey connects to, they want you to walk your truth. They already lived theirs. They already had their thing. They're around you trying to encourage you to do your thing. There's a big difference. And no, you're not disappointing somebody by doing that. If anything, you speaking your truth, you doing what is right for you is what they have been trying to make happen all along. They don't want you to stay in this energy of just being stuck. Like I said, it's movement energy for you guys. Moving, not staying stuck. And we have, oh my gosh, okay, so we got inspired passion and support. This, like I was saying, inspired passion is literally just making me think of get up and move. Inspired energy. You have being inspired by the legends. There's a lot of inspirational energy here. And it's not because they want you to copy. It's because they want you to do your own thing. You are supported completely in whatever you do, whatever thing you want to start, as long as it's not you copying someone else. They don't want you copying. There's also times they want you to know where, yes, they kind of leave you to your own devices. You might not feel them around you as heavily because you're used to that feeling of them hanging out with your crown chakra. Sometimes it feels like they're not there as much. But the thing is because they are kind of leaving you to your own devices to see if you can learn some of these things and to trust and start doing your own journey instead of trying to copy. You guys are getting this big energy of don't copy. Don't copy it. No matter how much you respect it, no matter how much you respect the people or what they've been through, do not copy. Self-love reversed right here too with this patience energy. You guys, like they said, you need to have patience with yourself. More self-love, more patience. Some of you, this is so much red. Root chakra and movement and dance is great for that. Like, get in the present, dance. It seems like you guys are really just being told to connect here. And then ancestral wisdom. So literally some ancestors, especially if you feel like, especially if there's a couple in your family and you feel so connected to that couple that you're trying to emulate them. No, guys, they don't want you to do this. They want you to love who you are and love your journey and do that. Be inspired by yourself. Like, you can learn from what they've done, but be inspired to do things for yourself. And then, I don't know how much red you guys need, but we got embrace the moment, and it's reverse. This is being a lot more present. Like, you guys, the reason you might feel like you're lacking a lot of passion for what you do is you're not allowing yourself to be present with what's going on around you. And this can cause a lot of the need to emulate others because it's like it's scary to do your own thing because you don't know how to do it, so you try to copy what other people have done. You guys are being told that's jumping out too, that it's through doing what is uniquely yours, no matter how much you respect somebody else, is how you're gonna find your way here. Some people are meant to run in groups of communities. You had 3 of Cups reversed. You are not supposed to run in groups of communities in order to understand yourself. You're not supposed to follow someone else's path in order to understand yourself. You can learn, but that jumped out too. You can learn, but you still have to do the legwork. You gotta move. You guys gotta take some action here. And if you're feeling alone, like you're not connecting, I don't know why, but your shuffle just wants me to do this. If you're not connecting to your people, it's, or you feel like you haven't found your tribe with how everyone's like, oh, like now's the time to be finding your community. It's time to like be getting embraced by, you know, your like-minded people. This isn't coming in yet because it's almost like you guys need to break the emulation habit. Because if the people that, you know, you really love and care about come in, like your soul tribe, um, if you haven't learned how to be comfortable in your truth, you're gonna start emulating them because they bring you comfort and security. Now, to these cards that I shuffled while I was talking, pyrite, this shiny gold thing over here is pyrite. Confidence, luck, prosperity. You guys had the solar plexus chakra reversed over here, so confidence is all kinds of reversed over here. You guys are naturally very in tune to what it takes to make you prosperous, but when you copy other people, you literally push down your luck. It's like, think of it this way. With astrology, we all have Jupiter, and it brings our blessings in a lot of different ways that is very unique to us depending on our star blueprint. If you are trying to find a way to access your blessings, how to tap into your Jupiter, learn your lessons so that way you can evolve in that space. And you're doing it through how someone has done it that has nothing like yours, it's just not going to work. It doesn't matter how good it looks for that person. It doesn't matter how it looks to you, like how easy it would be for you. It's not going to open up the same way. You have to follow your own thing here. And this right here coming out with this goddess, that accent, the goddess of the volcano, this is creativity, change, protection. Like you guys just need to be more sure of yourself and know that you doing something different is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be inspired by how different you are instead of trying to smush it into a box and follow someone else. Even if they had a huge, lively life, you are still being told to set your standards higher. You're not being told to sit down and follow what they did, and that's the extent of it. Because once you start doing this, once you start like living in your fire, like this red, like I said, you guys have a lot of root chakra things going on. Once you're like literally sitting and alive in your fire, which is what is being waited on here, that is when this sacred connection comes in. Whether that is a romance for you, whether this is your group of people that understand you, it's going to be bringing people that uplift and inspire as well. It's like you being inspired by yourself brings in people that not only inspire you more, but that are also inspired by you because of actions you have taken. So you searching and trying to follow people around who inspire you when you need to be inspiring yourself is a big hindrance to this. Once you start doing the things that really inspire yourself, it's like you're just going to be celebrated. Like I said at the beginning of this thing before I started pulling cards, it really feels like there's this celebration that's waiting. And that Three of Cups reversed, like the Three of Cups is celebration, but with it being reversed, it's like it's being put on hold. It's like the celebration is on hold until you guys can get into this space of movement and inspiration. And then everything comes in and the celebration happens. And you guys have this take action energy too. Like this first quarter moon, take action. You guys have so much here about forward movement, inspire passion, take action, like creativity, change, confidence. Like there's so many things here that it's like just move. Literally, like start moving. And then this card over here at the end is experience. Like I said, you guys learn through experience. And let yourself grow, embrace your knowledge, apply it, and improve it. This is in no way telling you to go sit somewhere. You've already had the hangman thing, you already got the wisdom thing going. You went through enough to learn already, so now it's time for you to start doing something with it. Start getting inspired by yourself. Like, obviously, you guys have a wealth of people that inspire you that either are already in your life or that have passed on or that are guides, whatever it is. You have a lot of inspiration from other sources, but you're being told to pull that same inspiration out of yourself and be proud of yourself that you have that in there. And then bottom of the deck we have Sarasvati, goddess of art, music, knowledge, and eloquence. So yeah, once again, be inspired by yourself is a huge thing here. Your guides, whether you connected to the couple that you look up to, whether it was a deity that really shares your story of coming out and being inspired and gaining confidence, or it was literally an angel that's coming through and telling you to get more creative because Archangel Gabriel came in here yelling at some people. You know who you're connected to. You're very in tune. Your intuition's on point. You know who you're connected to. So you're pretty much getting yelled at right now to get your shit in gear and start doing something. And that's why it's coming out this way. It's like, don't look to who we are. Look to who you are. And that's pretty much what they're saying here. Like, you already know who we are. You need to know who you are. And it's like you are so invested in their journey that you have no investing in your own. And that's why they're sitting here like you're tying yourself up. Like you're making this like your reality. You're making this what you're experiencing when you could be pulling in people just by doing what you love, by moving forward and doing things and being present with what you're doing and being proud of it. I mean, you guys have so much freaking phoenix, peacock, whatever energy going on here. It's like, quit making it to where you can only be here. Set yourself ablaze. Set that bar to where it bursts off and goes somewhere so you don't even have a bar. Like, you have freaking pyrite here. This is abundance. Like, a pyrite's freaking abundance, okay? Like, you guys are abundant in creativity and entrepreneurship, whatever you want to do. You have abundance and ability in this. You just have to trust it and start doing it instead of trying to follow in someone's footsteps. And this is like a really random specific thing. If you're taking on a family business, and it's not something that you want to do with your life, but you feel like you have to live out someone else's journey, by no means does that mean give up your passions and your desires. If anything, it means go further after them. But you can use this that's being passed to you as a backing, and you can have someone that's more interested in running it be like a co-runner with you. I know that is a very specific message for whoever that's for, but it's like you don't need to give up your dreams simply because someone else is passing their dreams down to you. You just need to find the way to make it to where you can balance it and they can coexist, because there is coexistence between abundance and creativity. You just need to find it. But that is my Selenite group. And Selenite, which you guys really need to move with how that's trying to like throw itself off over into the abyss over there. But this is the stone that is very connected to the angels. This is also the stone crystal that is alignment. I mean, it has the chakras on here. You guys, this root one was really accentuated for you guys in this reading. But this is alignment. This is being in alignment and knowing, like having that connection, that like pinpoint. I love this stone is always so cool, and I love just like putting it on my forehead or something, because it feels like you're putting an ice pack on your forehead. Like, it's really cool and calming. And I don't know why I'm saying that, but you guys do have like a lot of burning fire all up in here. It's okay to take breaks. I think that's what this is. It's okay to take breaks and cool down every once in a while. They're not telling you to burn yourself out, but they're tired of you sitting in a hole and not doing anything with all these gifts that you have. Is pretty much what this is. They also, this is like a lot of messages, a lot of intuition, a lot of clarity, cleansing. This is a very cleansing thing, and you guys, like I said, had a lot of phoenix energy. This is like purge, cleansing, releasing, like, it's a self-cleansing crystal, so this is letting you know you can do this, like your own personal journey cleanses you. You don't need to follow other people's journeys that worked for them. Like, you have your own way of doing this. You just need to trust it more. But you guys, they're straight up, you're in alignment. You just need to trust it and allow the freak flag to fly over here. For some reason that's coming out, but it's like you guys need to really let yourselves just express, have fun, create, instead of trying to follow someone else's manual for like how life works. Especially if it's like a passed down tradition or something. Like, you guys like got the ancestor card. Like, if there's stuff that's been passed down, your ancestors are like, no, you're different. Some other people in the family might have needed that, but you don't. You got this innate wisdom and really great intuition. Follow your crazy movement path. It's different. Do it. We're proud of you. Pretty much a whole lot wanted to come out right there. So, that is who your guides are. And I feel like they yelled at some of you.